AITA for telling my sister's kids the truth about why I never had children. Posting this on an alt account. My 36 female, younger sister, 34 female, has 3 kids, aged 7, 5, and 3. I'm child-free by choice, which has always been a point of contention in my family. My sister especially has been very vocal about her belief that a woman's purpose is to be a mother, and how I'm missing out on the best part of life. I've always just brushed it off to keep the peace. Recently, my sister and her kids came over to my house. While my sister was busy, her 7-year-old asked me why I don't have kids. I tried to give a vague, polite answer, but they kept pressing, saying their mom told them that I would change my mind one day because everyone does. At this point, I decided it was time for the truth. I calmly told them that I didn't want children because I value my freedom, career, and personal time. I explained that while some people love being parents, others find happiness in different ways, and that it's okay not to have kids if that's what makes you happy. I also added that everyone's life choices are valid as long as they're happy and fulfilled. My sister overheard part of the conversation and later blew up at me, accusing me of trying to brainwash her kids and undermine her parenting. She said that I was selfish for planting doubt in her children's minds about the importance of family. She even accused me of glamorizing a lifestyle that she feels is empty and meaningless. She stormed out with her kids, and later my parents called, siding with her. They said I should have just humored the kids or deflected the question, and that I owed my sister an apology for causing unnecessary drama. I don't think I did anything wrong. I was honest, respectful, and gave a balanced perspective. I'm tired of being made to feel like my choices are lesser or need to be hidden just to avoid conflict. I believe it's important for kids to know that there are different paths in life, and not all of them involve having children. AITA for being honest with my niece and nephews about why I chose not to have kids, even if it caused a family rift. AITA for telling my sister's kids the truth about why I never had children. NTA. Your sister has been undermining you to her kids for years in a very passive-aggressive way. Because of this question was bound to come up sometime. And, rather than BPA's return, you were direct and approached the subject head-on. And your sister couldn't take it because she is afraid that if her kids are exposed to other points of view, they will develop opinions of their own. Like Carl Sagan said, if it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. NTA. You told the truth. There was nothing harmful about what you said. Her kids need to hear from all sides of a story so that when they get older, they can make decisions like this about themselves. Your sister honestly sounds a bit insecure and jealous. Perhaps she regrets not having the freedom you do. NTA. Your sister has been disrespecting you for years, judging your choices and acting like you are less than. What's more, she has weaponized her children against you. You could have done the same, telling her kids how misguided and wrong their mother is just as she has done about you, but you didn't. You simply told them how you think. And thank goodness. People who think their way of living is the only right way are dangerous to this world, and those kids need to know having a different path is a good thing. Tell your parents the next time sister goes crying to them they should tell her how wrong she is and to get off her high horse. Time for story 2. ITA for telling my parents, we are not having this conversation again. My 27 male, brother, 38, and SIL are working abroad right now. My nephew, 12, mainly lives with my parents but spends the weekends with me, so they have time to themselves. He recently asked if I could buy him a copy of The Wealth of Nations. At first I wasn't sure if he would be able to comprehend it, but then I figured there's nothing inappropriate in the book. The worst that could happen is he doesn't understand and loses interest in the book, in which case I can take the book back and read it myself. As it turned out, he does like the book and actually manages to understand it. At least the main principles. He discussed it with my sister, 35, a professor of economics, who is very impressed and called him very bright for his age. My parents, though, are convinced I pressured my nephew into reading the book. They think I'm trying to turn him into a bookworm like me. At first I simply denied it and told them he wants to know how the world works. He is their only grandchild, after all. I told myself they are just being doting grandparents and there's no reason to get into an argument about it. But they kept asking him if he actually really enjoys the book and questioning me, accusing me of pressuring him. They couldn't believe a 12 years old would enjoy that book. So I told them we are not having another conversation about this. Dad said I didn't have to be hostile and they were only being concerned for their grandkid. NTA, your nephew is 12 years old. He's old enough to decide what he reads. I find it equal parts amusing and baffling why your parents are discouraging your nephew from pursuing his interests and reading a book. It's a weird grandparent flex. How dare you buy our grandchild a book they want to read? What the heck? NTA. Being a bookworm is somehow a bad thing? Sigh. I am truly sorry that this is happening. They are not doting, they are, well, kind of mean if they are pressuring this child to fess up that you are trying to make him, gasp, into a bookworm who understands and is curious about the world around him. That is wrong. I mean, shame on you for doing such nonsense. Their concern is whack-imo. NTA. It's great that your nephew has an interest in learning about how the world works and you were kind enough to support that interest. Your parents should be proud that their grandchild is so bright and curious. Maybe they should try reading the book themselves and open their minds a bit.